Tonight, in this week's Come Follow Me, we rest in the days of the prophet Elisha. We remember a man who walked closely with God, and a frightened young servant who could not yet see what his master could. This is not only a story of armies and danger, it is a story of what surrounds us, unseen, in the places we feel most alone, of how the hills around us are more full of help than they ever appear. And tonight you are invited to rest within that same quiet protection. Let your body begin to soften into the place where you lie. Let your shoulders fall. Let your jaw release and your hands grow still. Take one slow breath in and let it go. There is nothing you need to solve tonight. You don't have to carry tomorrow tonight. You can simply rest and let the day fall gently away from you. Imagine a small town called Dothan resting in the hills. The prophet Elisha was staying there, in a quiet house, among quiet streets. And with him was his servant, a young man still learning what it meant to walk beside a prophet of God. In those days, a king from a distant land had grown troubled by Elisha. For every plan that king made in secret, God revealed to his prophet, and Elisha would quietly warn his people. Nothing the king devised in the dark stayed hidden from God. And so the king sent his soldiers by night to surround the little town where the prophet slept. When morning came, the servant rose early. He stepped outside into the cool of the dawn, and what he saw made his heart sink. The town was ringed all around, with horses and chariots and a great company of soldiers. Everywhere he looked, there was only the strength of the enemy. And he cried out to Elisha, "Alas, my master, what shall we do?" Perhaps you know that feeling too. The morning when the trouble seems larger than you, and you can see no way through. When everywhere you look, there is only the thing you are afraid of. The young servant saw what was real, and yet he did not see all that was real. There was more around him than his eyes could hold. Fear has a way of narrowing our sight. It shows us the army and hides the help. it counts the chariots of the enemy and forgets to count the hosts of heaven. And so the young man stood there, certain that he and the prophet were the only two, against so very many. And Elisha was not afraid. He did not scold the young man for his fear. He simply spoke gently the words that have steadied so many weary hearts since. Fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them. More with us than against us. What a quiet, certain thing to say with an army at the gate. Elisha was not pretending the danger away. He simply knew something the young man did not yet know. That the unseen is not the unreal. That the help of God is the most solid thing in any room. The servant could see only the enemy, but Elisha could see the truth beneath the visible. That the God who had never once failed him had not failed him now. And then Elisha prayed a simple prayer. He didn't say, "Lord, take the army away." Instead, he asked, "Lord, I pray thee, open his eyes, that he may see. That he may see what was already there." It is a tender thing to notice. Elisha did not ask God to change the world around the young man. He asked God to change what the young man could see. For the help was not missing, only hidden. And sometimes that is the truest prayer we can offer when we are afraid. Not, "Take this away from me," but "Help me to see that I am not alone in it." And the Lord opened the young man's eyes, and he looked again at the hills around him. And this time he saw that the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire all around the prophet. The protection had been there the whole time. Even when the servant trembled, the hosts of heaven had already surrounded him. Nothing had changed in the hills. Only his eyes had changed. And isn't that so often the way? That God is already near, already at work, already standing between us and the things we fear. God has already been in the places you're worried about. He was there before you arrived, and He will be there long after. The chariots of fire do not appear only when we see them. They are there even when our eyes are too tired or too afraid to notice. And the same God who guarded a prophet in a little town in the hills watches over you in the quiet of this room. He has placed people in your life to stand with you. Some you can see and some you cannot. There are more with you than you have ever known. You are not as outnumbered as the worry would have you believe. And so tonight you can let your eyes close and rest in what surrounds you unseen. You are not as alone as the night can make you feel. There are more with you than against you. The same God who filled the hills around Elisha is near the room where you rest. He is near your thoughts, near your worries, and near the things you could not finish today. Even now, you are being held. You do not have to keep watch tonight. You do not have to stand guard over your own life. The one who never sleeps is already keeping watch for you. The army that frightened the servant could not move, while the chariots of fire stood guard. And so it is with whatever waits for you tomorrow. It does not stand unopposed. It is already encircled by the care of God. Perhaps tonight you can simply let these truths remain near your heart. There is nothing you need to carry forward into the night. No army you must defeat before you sleep. You may simply let your eyes close and trust that you are surrounded by a love you cannot always see. And if you wake in the night and the worry returns, you might whisper that same gentle prayer, "Open my eyes that I may see." And then let yourself rest again in the care that was always there. You do not have to see the chariots of fire to be guarded by them. You only have to let yourself be held the way the young servant finally did. Quietly and without fear. Let your breathing slow again. Let your thoughts grow fewer and less insistent. The hills around you are full of His help. You can let go of the watching now. God continues His work even while you rest. You are held in a love that does not sleep. There are more with you than you could ever count, and they have been with you all along, and they are keeping watch while you let go. Rest now. You are safe. You are loved. Let your eyes stay closed. You are surrounded by more than we can see.